So you operate from here?
Kingsland Observatory.
Kingsland Observatory.
So we're in what's called Kingsland,
Mm-hmm.
which is near Boyle in County Roscommon.
Okay.
And the reason why we're here is because there's a lack of light pollution.
Yeah, okay.
We need that lack of light pollution in order to image faint objects.
Okay.
We have 2 tracking platforms. There's one over there,
Yeah.
and then there's one over that side, which is about 150 meters apart. And then we have an all-sky camera system, which is made up of 11 cameras. It's been operating now for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
And the idea is, of course, we pick up aircraft, helicopters and everything else, but we're interested in anything else that's unusual.
Yes.
Because the general Boyle area and Lough Key is a very active area for anomalous objects.
Yeah. And so in terms of your cameras catching stuff, have you recorded anonymous?
Yes, we've recorded as well.
Yeah.
And we have published material to do with all this.
And are the objects similar? Are they light objects?
They're mainly balls of light.
Okay.
And the balls of light can be moving around in erratic ways, which doesn't actually fit any atmospheric phenomena that we know of.
So we've been doing this a good while. How many recordings would you have had over a period of time in this area? Can you say even?
We've had about 20 roughly. 20 of unusual ones. The one that we did focus on there back in the 90s was that based on 13,000 multiple witness sightings around the world going back to the 1880s, we put this into a special program that we developed, which had a number of failures, by the way, because we were trying to think, well, how would all this work? But anyway, we discovered that these objects appear to be on orbital tracks around the Earth, and we discovered 660 tracks that intersected through the equator. And lo and behold, there's an intersection of some of these tracks in this particular area, and that's the reason why I relocated to this area, because I saw this as an amazing laboratory for this, and sure enough, we've actually got the results from it as well. So we were, by using these computerized timing graphs, we were able then to work out windows of opportunity when these events would take place. And sure enough, we tested the theory out on a number of occasions, and in fact we've had hundreds of witnesses. We'd put it out there back in the 90s for others to see all this. People have seen this, and so it confirmed, yes, that it fits this theory, all right, but does it mean it's spacecraft? We just don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
This is again hypothetical.
Yeah.
From our best extraction of
evidence that you had. Yeah.
Is that they're using a stealth supercraft up in the upper stratosphere, right? But it's on one of these orbital tracks, and what it does is it ejects a number of probes into our lower atmosphere, and this is why people see UFOs. These are the probes, but they come in different sort of forms, and they're all monitoring devices.
Do you have a visual that in the same way you got confirmation? You don't have anything?
Well, we're just doing with balls of light.
Balls of light. Okay.
They're rather like Venus flying around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weak area for us, that one. That's why 10, 12, 13 years ago we decided to ramp it up to get onto the next step.
Yeah.
And that was to do with ETI. Our main focus is SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, because it's part of the astronomical work we're doing here.
Yeah.
So we've actually developed instrumentation that operates in faster than light communications. So in other words, you could literally have a two-way communication with an extraterrestrial civilization. I don't expect them to be using radio and microwave. If they've expanded from their star system as a civilization, in other words, gone to other star systems and planets, they're probably not using conventional rocketry like we're using at the present time.
Yeah.
They're most likely using faster than light travel. All right. So when you're applying faster than light travel, your communications doesn't operate in the electromagnetic spectrum.
Yeah.
It can only operate using faster than light communications. And this comes around to what we're doing is we've developed this instrument now. It's taken us 10 years working doing this.
Yeah.
And we've made the breakthrough last year. We've got it working. So I'm optimistic from a statistical point of view that we may get the first contact in the world actually. So what we're looking for is eavesdropping on their communications, because we're assuming they're using superluminal communications, that is FT, faster than light communications. And for our instrumentation, we can actually eavesdrop on that communication. So the communications could be between two spaceships, space stations. It could be from one planet to the other in their star system. That is.
It's a great ambition. What do you think? Like, it is pretty phenomenal in the sense.
Well, it's more than phenomenal. Yeah. You're not dealing with just another discovery that's made and it's submitted with a paper.
Yeah.
You're talking about a game changer here. You're talking about the discovery of the millennium, not the discovery of the year.
Yeah.
Because that has, and I am well aware of this. The ramifications on this are huge. But
okay.
Look, I'm a scientist. I just have to I'm doing it this way, and okay, I might be a maverick in it, the whole thing, but history has shown a lot of breakthroughs that happen with mavericks.
Yeah. So you've been looking into this for 26 years. What would be your eureka moment? What's your, I'm going to open up the bottle of champagne and go to sleep tonight, and I might have a sleep on in the morning?
Number one,
yeah,
my main focus is contact, technologically speaking. That would be the first eureka moment. The second one is to get the confirmation through the United Nations.
Well, we wish you the best of luck. Yeah. We'll be looking ourselves up to the skies a little bit more, but we wish you the best of luck.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. No, it's been
very interesting, very informative, and it's very exciting. So.
Well, like our page, why don't you?